Hello everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. So I'm going to teach you today how to make this beautiful. Look at this beautiful 3D stitch. It's amazing. And if you know how to double crochet and single crochet and triple crochet, then by golly, you can do this. And what a beautiful scarf this would make. So this is what it looks like on one side. You can see that three-dimensional effect. These two rows of shells are popping. And those are kind of going underneath. Now you flip it in the opposite direction and the other shells are popping. Alright. So to make a scarf with this, which is I think what it would be absolutely perfect for. If you want to make a scarf, say about 8 inches thick, probably about as thick it is as this piece is, and it's 6 to 7 feet long, you're probably going to need about 900 yards or so, that's approximate, of a 4-weight yarn, all right, to do that. But it doesn't just have to be for scarves. Look at that beauty. Think of all the pretties you can make with that 3-dimensional piece. Gorgeous. All right, so it is a 6-row repeat. Repeats are very easy. And this is actually 12 row. This is actually 2 repeats. So this section and this section are the same. So do you guys want to get started? And it also ends in a double crochet row and it begins in a double crochet row. That's even cooler. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. So I told you about how much yarn you would need for a scarf. That's using a 4-weight yarn for the size that I said, and using an H 5mm or an I 5.5. Either one of those would be good. You can even use a J if you wanted. You can use anything that you want, and you can use this for anything that you want. Use whatever yarn you want, whatever fiber you want, whatever way you want. Make whatever you want. I'm just going to show you how to do it. All right, so this is done in a multiple of 7 plus 3. So if you decide to make a scarf out of it, you want to chain in 7s. So 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, till your chain reaches approximately 6.5, 7 feet long. And then once you get that, you add 3 more to your base chain. So 7 plus 3. But if you want to make something different, that is the multiple. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start row 1. And I'm going to show you on a smaller scale here. Row 1. You got your 7 plus 3. We are going to do a double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook. So we do never count the one that's on our chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that 4th chain, we are going to double crochet. Just like that. Now by double crocheting into the 4th chain, we have made 2 double crochets. This chain here counts as 1, and the one that we put in the 4th counts as 1. Now we're going to work across the chain, and we're going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch for the length of our chain. Now this is not a foundation row. This is part of the stitch. This is row 1. All right, so I'm going to continue working 1 double crochet in every stitch until I make it to the end of row 1. All right, once you make it to the end of row 1, if you count this chain here on the end, you will have 2 less stitches than what your chain count was. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start row 2. So row 2 starts the repeat rows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Do not run away. They are very, very easy. You can do it. Promise me if you're watching this tutorial right now and you don't think that you can do it, that you're going to give it a few tries. I bet you'll get it on the first one. And if not, that's okay. You keep trying. Row 2. We are going to chain 1 and turn our work. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to go right back into this very first stitch, and we are going to put a single crochet into it, like that. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and we're going to work a double crochet into the next. Just like that. And now we're going to do another chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to work around this double crochet that we just made. And we're going to work 7 double crochets around this double crochet. So it's easy if you kind of flip your work on the vertical like this. And just, you got the chain 3 there on your hook. You just yarn over and just go right around that double crochet like that. And double crochet. There's one time. We don't count that chain 3, okay, as one of them. We're going to do 7 plus we'll have the chain 3. So there's 1 again, right around that same one. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need to pull them up, that's fine. 6 and 7. So we worked 7 double crochets around that post. Now we're going to start the repeat of row 2. We are going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and we are going to single crochet into the next. And then we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And in the next one, we're going to put a double crochet. And then we're going to do what we did right here. So we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And down this double crochet, we're going to work 7 double crochets. So I like to flip my work to where it's vertical, yarn over and go right around that double crochet and work 7 doubles. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that ends the repeat for row 2. So we will repeat again. This time we are going to only skip 2. Skip, skip, and single crochet into the next. Then we're going to chain 3. And we're going to skip 3. Skip, skip, skip. And in the next one, we're going to do a double crochet. Chain 3. And then around that double crochet, we will work our 7 doubles. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the end of row 2. You should be able to finish in a complete repeat. Your last stitch should be a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7. Just like that, and we're going to keep repeating. So whenever you, besides the first one, we don't count that one, but after that you skip 3 before your shell, and then after your shell you skip 2 before your single. All right, and you want to keep repeating that until you make it to the end of row 2. All right, so I'm coming to the end of row 2, and I just did my 7 doubles, and here at the end of row 2 we're going to have 4 stitches that remain. What we're going to do here is we are going to skip 3 and single crochet into the last. So that's how you end row 2. Just like that. This is what it looks like. Now we're going to start row 3. We are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn our work. that chain 4 is acting as a triple crochet. Now we're going to go right back into that same very first single crochet and do another triple. So we're going to yarn over twice, go into that very first stitch right there, and triple crochet. So counting that chain 4, we got 2 triple crochets there. Okay, so now we're going to start the repeat of row 3. So we have 7 double crochets here. We do not count the chain 3 as anything. We want to put a single crochet in each of the last 3 double crochets of the 7. All right. So here's my chain 1, or my chain 3, we don't count it. So 1, 2, 3, we want to start right here and put a single crochet, single crochet into the next, and a single crochet into the last double. We don't do anything with that chain. And now we are going to jump way down here to where the single crochet is. Just forget about that chain as well. And we're going to work 4 triple crochets all into that single crochet. So we're going to yarn over twice and go into that single crochet, kind of pull it a little bit tight, and do a triple 4 times. There's 1 triple, all into that single. There's 2 triples. There's 3 triples. And 1 more makes 4 triples, and that is the repeat for row 3. And you already got your first shell a popping. See it right there? All right, so we're going to repeat that again. So we're going to come up on our next shell, and we want to put a single crochet in each of the last 3 doubles of that shell. So remember, we do not count the chain 3 here on the end. That's why I'm holding it back. So this double, and the last double, they each get 1 single crochet. So there's 1, 2, and then a single crochet in the last one. Ignore that chain. And then we're going to hop on down here to this single crochet from the previous row. Ignore that chain as well. And we're going to put 4 triple crochets into that single. There's 1, 2, and 3. 1 more makes 4. And that ends the repeat again, and now we have 2 shells of popping. Now we're just going to repeat this all the way across. So again, we will just come over here and we'll put, not counting the chain on the end, a single crochet into the last 3 doubles here, and then 4 triples down here. And then I will meet up with you at the last shell of the row. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 3. I just did my 3 singles up here, and now we have this chain here, and we have the single crochet down here. This single crochet is from the previous row. This chain is from this row, I think. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we're going to go right down here into this single crochet, and we're going to work 3 triple crochets into it. So ignore that chain there and put 3 triples into that last single. There's 1, 2, and 3, and that will end row 3. And now your shells will be popping out. Now we're going to do row 4. Now row 4 is just a double crochet row. But one thing you want to make sure whenever you do any of the double crochet rows, that you have the same number of double crochets that you have on your very first row. You always want to have the same number. You don't want to lose count, okay? So row 4, we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to put a double crochet back into the very first stitch, and we are going to put, oops, no half double, sorry about that, double crochet back into that very first stitch. And now we are going to work 1 double crochet in every single stitch across until we make it to the end of row 4. Now do remember to keep count, and you should have the exact same number on this double crochet row as you did when you finished your first double crochet row. And on every double crochet row from here on out, you need to have the same number. So I'm just working 1 double into every single stitch. I'm just not on the shells, but on the 3 single crochets on the shell, yes. 1 double on each of those. Oops. One double on the 4 triples, and I'm just going to repeat this, and I will see you at the end of row 4. Alright, I'm coming to the end of row 4, and you want to make sure your last double crochet goes into the top of this chain 4, because that's counting as a triple crochet. That ends row 4, and now we will, that looks cool the way it is, I mean, but we're going to do the second part of the repeat, which will make the second set of shells go in the opposite direction. Alright, so we are going to start chain 5, or row 5, chain 1. Sorry, it's been a long night. Chain 1 and turn. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and we're going to single crochet into that first stitch. And now we're going to start the repeat of row 5. We are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We are going to skip 3. We don't count this one, but 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the next. We're making our shells. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go back around this double crochet here and work 7 double crochets. So yarn over, and right around that double, we're going to work 7. Remember, we don't count that chain 3 as anything. All right, it's just hanging out there. So 1 double, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. Now we will skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single into the next. Excuse me. That ends the repeat, and we start again. We chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double into the next. Chain 3, and 7 doubles down this double crochet. Right around it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and single into the next. That ends the repeat, and we are just going to keep repeating this until we get to the end of row 5. You can see that it's very similar to the other shell row, except for you can tell that they are now going in the opposite direction. So I just single crocheted, so I will chain 3 again, and I will skip 3, double crochet in the next, chain 3 and 7 double crochets down that double. And I'm going to keep repeating that pattern, and I will see you at the end of row 5. Alright, I'm coming to the end of row 5. Now this time we have 3 stitches that remain. I just did a shell here. I'm going to skip 2 and single crochet into the last. And now we can begin row 6. And we're going to start row 6 off with the chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which counts as a triple, and we're going to turn our work. And we're going to go back into that same first stitch and do another triple crochet. So right through here, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and start the repeat, which is very similar to what we did before. Actually, it's the same. We are going to, not counting this chain here, we're going to put a single crochet into the last 3 doubles of this shell of 7. All right, single crochet in the last 3 doubles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Always remember that chain is just there. It's just there for good looks, I guess. Now we're going to jump down here to this single crochet, and we're going to forget about this chain as well. And we're going to put 4 triple crochets into that single. 4 triples. Do that one kind of tight. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's 4, and that ends the repeat of row 6. And we got a popping shell opposite of our other one, because the other one is popping in the other direction. And we're going to repeat that. So we come up here to our next shell, not counting that chain on the end, into the last 3, get a single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, ignore that chain, ignore this chain, come down here to this single crochet and work 4 triple crochets into it. You always want to work that first one a little bit tight, helps pop that shell out. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to repeat this pattern for row 6 until we get to the last shell of our row. So we're just putting 3 singles into the last 3 doubles of the shell and 4 triples into the single crochet from the row below. All right, that's what it's starting to look like. All right, see you at the end of row 6. All right, when you make it to the end, I just did my 3 singles into my last 3 doubles. And we have this chain here, but we want to work down here into the single crochet. And we want to work 3 triple crochets into this single crochet down here. There's 1, this is row 6, I'm sorry. 2, and 3, and that ends row 6. And now you can see the shells are popping in the opposite direction of the other ones. Well, the other ones are popping on the other side. Now we're going to do row 7, which is the final repeat row. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and all it is a row of double crochet. So we're going to put double crochet into the first stitch and a 1 double crochet into every stitch across until we make it to the end of row 7. Make sure you have the same number of double crochets that you did on your previous double crochet rows. But that's it. After you finish out this row of double crochet, at the end of row 7 here, you would just keep repeating rows 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like I said, I mean, they're pretty much the same except for, you know, opposite. So you got it. You can do it. I can't wait to see what you make with it. But anyways, you go all the way across with that. And this one has 2 repeats on it. It's so cool. I can't wait to see what you make. Like I said, ooh, a wrap would be pretty as well. I think whatever you make will be beautiful. So you come show me on Facebook, all right? What you make with this. I think a scarf is what I would do with it. I almost thought about it, actually. Yeah, come show me a picture on Facebook. Give me a like if you enjoyed. Remember, 2 through 7. 2 through 7 for as big as you want it to be. This is, like I said, 2 repeat rows, all right? This is row 1, and then I did 2 through 7 and 2 through 7 again. And that's how it looks. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out all my other tutorials, and I'll see you in my next one, okay? Stay safe. Bye, guys.